I don't train abs, but I watched Roadhouse recently and it reminded me that Hawaiian shirt season is just around the corner. Here's a full calisthenics workout. First exercises, handstand push-ups against the wall. Anything harder like this, low rep. I don't do it to failure, I just grease the groove and I make sure I do it when I'm fresh. Then into pull-ups. 6 sets of pull-ups overall. The first 3 sets, I do what's called continuous failure. So if I have to stop on the bar to get any extra reps out, I'll stop at that point. I'll just keep the motion going, and when the motion goes, I stop. I don't go past failure. Supersetting it with push-ups each set. Here's an elevated pike push-up. Feet are higher on a chair, and I'm putting my hands on a stool so I can go full range of motion. It's not the most optimal place to put your hands, but it's a very useful stool for this exercise, and putting your feet up a bit higher when you're having a stool to ensure complete elimination. And a much easier transit of waist. Doing some regular pike push-ups as well. What I really like about the pike push-up is a lot of times in MMA when you're building back up, you're building up to quad pod or someone's got you on a front headlock and you're building up, pushing backwards. It's kind of a vertical press upwards. It's not a horizontal press. Some stretch partials at the bottom there and a little tense because the camera's on. It's obligatory. Now set 4 and 5 and 6 of the pull-ups. This is where we're going to go to failure and then try and go past failure by jumping into the reps and getting a full squeeze as we can as we jump through the reps. We hit failure here, extending the reps to get that capillarization and to get that endurance in the muscle. And then we're going to do the stretch partials, the scapular pulls at the end to make sure we've got that strength, that range of motion. And actually you get quite a lot of abs contraction on this and you get a lot of funny faces you get to pull. Here's a push-up that's much harder than it looks. The pseudo planche push-up. You basically get up into a push-up position, but your hands are down by your waist and you keep lean forward. You keep your chin and your nose above the same spot and just keep repping them out. Really good for wrist flexibility as well. And when I get towards the end of the set, I'm going to do these partials right at the bottom. I watched this video of a guy talking about prison workouts and he looked like a buff Victor Zaz, talking about these partial range of motions, getting prisoners more jacked. It's bro science, but sometimes it's a little bit useful to look into that stuff. L-sit raises from an isometric pull-up hold. Why am I in an isometric pull-up hold? Well, the bar's too low and the ceiling's too low, so if I did from a full hang like I'd like to do, my feet would just touch the floor very early on each rep. But quite hard work. And then some V-ups. When people do ab exercises, a lot of the time they just crunch 60, 80 times before they even feel anything. They do their ab work so low intensity. It's got to be hard. Like 10 reps, 15 reps should be really hard. Get these stretch partials out at the bottom. And this one looks really funny, but it's just these little pike lifts. You're just getting the top range of motion, a lot of compression, building active hamstring and hip flexibility. I'm hoping it translates to guard work and jiu-jitsu sometimes where you're that compressed and you need to build the ab contraction there. Obviously, we need to finish with some bicep curls, very light weights because my heavier weights are in the shed for some reason and I can't be asked going out and getting them. So just pumping out the reps, and once I hit strict failure, I'm just going to start to cheat through them and then do stretch partials to get a huge pump. Strict reps to cheat reps to stretch partials gets you a really nice bicep pump. Definitely chin-ups gotten stronger from adding bicep curls. Follow for more Wing Chun, and I'm really sorry for this. No excuses. Tuna scrambled eggs. Not
Jetzt kann natürlich ein Proteinshake trinken und Whey-Protein vorzugsweise.